Good afternoon. Welcome to Tribune News on Q. Your go-to after the news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and the Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines. Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says pledge to remove system loss charges from electricity bills drew criticism, with observers questioning the feasibility of the proposal and noting it was absent from the advance copy of his State of the Nation address. Sara Duterte's defense objected after House prosecutors described the alleged misuse of 612.5 million pesos in confidential funds as a pattern of graft and corruption when the Senate impeachment court began hearing Article 1 of the impeachment case. Alan Peter Cayetano is facing mounting pressure as multiple investigations continue, with Melvin Matibag saying the probe into alleged irregularities in the 2019 SEA Games is expected to be completed within 3 to 4 weeks. A grade 6 pupil was found carrying a short firearm at an elementary school in Ameria, Biliran, prompting school officials to confiscate the weapon and alert local police. A magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck southwestern Japan, killing at least 13 people, destroying homes and infrastructure and leaving rescuers searching for survivors trapped in the rubble. RCBC chief economist Michael Ricafort warned that the latest U.S. tariffs on Philippine goods could further slow the country's economy by adding pressure beyond their direct impact on exports. Ed Sheeran says he became a fan of global girl group Cat's Eye after hearing their hit song Gnarly, which inspired him to reach out and collaborate with the group's own new song, Animal. Draymond Green has re-signed with the Golden State Warriors on a one-year, $28 million deal after the team failed to land LeBron James in free agency. Today is the 30th of July, 2026, Thursday, and I'm Eliana Lacap bringing you today's top stories. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s proposal to remove system loss charges from electricity bills has sparked a debate among energy experts, lawmakers, and industry leaders. Supporters say the measure could lower electricity costs for consumers. However, experts warn that system losses, including power loss through transmission, distribution, and illegal connections, still have to be paid by either utilities or the government. The Department of Energy said it is focusing on reducing actual system losses by upgrading power infrastructure and curbing electricity theft, while Congress considers proposed amendments to the EPIRA. Now, the Senate impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte resumed after a two-day break for President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s SONA, with proceedings focusing on allegations of misuse of 612.5 million pesos in confidential funds. House prosecutors argued that confidential funds remain subject to transparency and accountability. The prosecution then presented former land bank officials who testified that the withdrawal of 597.5 million pesos in confidential funds in 2023 was unusual because of the large cash amounts, though they said that the transactions followed bank procedures. Meanwhile, Duterte's legal team insisted the prosecution must complete presenting evidence on all impeachment articles before the defense begins its case. The Senator Alan Peter Cayetano is facing mounting scrutiny as investigations into alleged irregularities linked to projects associated with him continue. The National Bureau of Investigation expects to complete its probe into alleged 10 billion pesos in unliquidated funds and procurement anomalies tied to the 2019 Southeast Asian Games within 3 to 4 weeks. The investigation covers the new Clark City Sports Complex, the controversial 50 million pesos SEA Games cauldron, and the alleged bidding irregularities. Meanwhile, Senator Panfilo Lacson said complaints involving 5 infrastructure projects in Taguig have already been filed before the Office of the Ombudsman. Now, a grade 6 pupil was found carrying an unloaded caliber .38 revolver during a school visitation at Pulang Bato Elementary School in Almeria, Biliran on July 29th. School officials immediately confiscated the firearm and turned it over to police. The child later underwent assessment and counseling before being released to a parent in accordance with the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act. Following the incident, authorities conducted a school safety briefing and reaffirmed their commitment to the Safer Schools initiative through regular campus visits and closer coordination with schools and communities. Now, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Japan's Kumamoto region, leaving at least 13 people dead, several others injured, and causing widespread damage including collapsed buildings, fires, damaged roads, and power outages. A gas explosion at a shopping mall in Kashima killed at least 2 women, while rescuers searched for survivors trapped in the rubble. More than 9,000 residents fled to evacuation centers as dozens of aftershocks continued. The Department of Migrant Workers said no Filipino casualties have been reported and urged Filipinos in Kyushu to remain alert and follow local authorities' advisories. Now, RCBC chief economist Michael Ricafort warned that new U.S. tariffs on the Philippine exports could slow the country's economic growth by reducing exports, investments, jobs, and overall business activity. The United States imposed an additional 12.5% tariff on most Philippine goods, citing concerns over the enforcement of its ban on products made with forced labor. Ricafort also warned that higher tariffs, the ongoing energy crisis, possible El Nino conditions, and tensions in the Middle East could fuel inflation. Meanwhile, the Philippine government maintained it has strong policies against forced labor, while businesses groups warned that the tariffs could hurt the country's competitiveness. Now, the Philippine shares traded lower at the market recess with the benchmark PSEI declining to 75.97 points or 1.20% to 6,277.7. The All Shares Index also fell to 38.7 points or 1.10% to 3,409.27. Industrial posted the steepest decline at 2.77%, followed by services at 1.52%, holding firms at 0.86%, and property at 0.66%. Meanwhile, mining and oil led the sectoral gains with 1.36%, while financials edged up to 0.23%. Now, Ed Sheeran revealed he became a fan of global girl group Katsai after hearing their hit song Gnarly while traveling in Mexico last year. The Grammy-winning singer said he was so impressed that he reached out to the group and offered to write a song for them, resulting in the track Animal. A behind-the-scenes video shows Sheeran working with members Daniela, Lara, and Megan as they developed the song before recording the final vocals. The collaboration marks another milestone for Katsai as the group continues to gain global recognition. Now, the Golden State Warriors have re-signed veteran forward Draymond Green to a one-year $28 million contract after missing out on LeBron James, who joined the Philadelphia 76ers. Green had previously turned down the same offer to give Golden State more salary cap flexibility in its pursuit of James. The 36-year-old, a four-time NBA champion and longtime teammate of Stephen Curry, has spent his entire career with the Warriors and remains one of the team's defensive leaders. Meanwhile, reports continue to link Curry to other teams, although he remains eligible for a contract extension with the Golden State. Now, Tribune, did you know that on this day in 1999, the Blair Witch Project was released in U.S. theaters, revolutionizing the horror genre with its found footage style and shoestring budget. Directed by Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez, the film followed three student filmmakers who vanished while investigating the legend of the Blair Witch. Its groundbreaking viral marketing campaign convinced many viewers the story was real, fueling widespread curiosity and making the film a cultural phenomenon. Produced for a modest budget, the Blair Witch Project went on to earn nearly $250 million worldwide, becoming one of the most profitable independent films in cinema history, and inspiring a new wave of found-footage horror films. Now, today's viral comes from a TikTok video that has racked up 210,000 views, and it's something every employee and student can relate to, that feeling when the clock finally strikes quitting time. In the clip, the moment the clock hits 5 o'clock p.m., a teacher wastes no time and hilariously rides a motorcycle straight out of the classroom, clearly eager to head home. The video had netizens laughing with comments like, "Siya pa mas excited umuwi kesa sa mga estudyante," among many other relatable reactions. That's all for now, mga ka-Tribune. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.